in the next few minutes, you're going to get this automated crypto index fund spreadsheet and learn the simple step-by-step process to building your own crypto index fund, which can ultimately produce a higher return and even be safer than investing in a traditional crypto index fund that is owned and managed by someone else. So to be clear, a crypto index fund is a fund that tracks and ultimately purchases a percentage of the top cryptocurrencies weighted by market cap. Market cap is simply the price of that cryptocurrency multiplied by the circulating supply. So the bigger the market cap, then the bigger allocation of your portfolio is going to go to that crypto. The smaller the market cap, the smaller the allocation. And the purpose of a crypto index fund is to capture the return of the market as a whole instead of trying to pick individual cryptocurrencies, buy and sell, and try to beat the market. And if you've read this book, which is my favorite investing book of all time, which has helped keep me from losing literally tens of thousands of dollars in crypto and the stock market, and I recommend to every single investor, which I'll be linking in the description section below, shows that over 95% of people who try to get a higher return than the average return of the market end up losing money over the long term, right? So instead of trying to beat the market, the goal is to meet the market. And I believe that the average return of the cryptocurrency market starting today over the next 10 years is going to be huge, but nobody knows and we'll see. And I'm excited for the ride. All right, so first things first, we need a list of cryptocurrencies and their market cap and then organize them in descending order by market cap. So the best place for this is coinmarketcap.com. I'll be linking this in all the resources in the description section below. So if we scroll down, we can see there's all of this different data that we can filter by. Right here in this column, the market cap, this is what we want. So we organize in descending order. So this is our data source. Now, what I've done is created this Google spreadsheet for you. And as we can see here in this ugly tab, I've gone ahead and actually extracted all of this data from CoinMarketCap into the sheet. And then we have the first sheet within the spreadsheet actually organizes everything. So we have total amount that we want to invest, the token name, symbol, the price, market cap, which is the key metric here, whether we want to invest in it or not, the weight of this crypto in our portfolio, and then the total allocation based on our investment, right? And I'll go into a little bit more detail here in a second, but first, this sheet should automatically pull from CoinMarketCap in case there's any issue with the connection in the future, or you want to learn how to do this on your own and build your own spreadsheet. That's what I'm going to cover here in the next few minutes. So first things first, what you want to do is create a CoinMarketCap API account. So just type in coinmarketcap.com/API. You'll get to a page that looks like this. Go ahead and either log in or create a new account. It's free to do. As soon as you sign up, they'll send you a verification email, respond to the email, and then you can get your API key. So you go ahead and click to copy your API key. Next, what you're going to do is go to your Google spreadsheet, click on extensions, and then you'll want add-on. So get an add-on. And then here in the add-on section, you want API connector. Okay, that's the specific app that works the best because there's literally an integration specifically with CoinMarketCap. So we're gonna do API connector. There we go. It's this one right here is the one that I use. In case that doesn't work in the future, there should be some other options, but hopefully this will continue on. So go ahead and install this, which is again, free to do. Once it's installed, go ahead and refresh your spreadsheet. Click on extensions again, and you should see the API connector extension appear kind of in the bottom section. Click on open. It'll just take a second, and a tab should appear in the top right corner of your screen. Once we're here, we're going to click on create request. So for application, you can actually choose CoinMarketCap right here. Then you'll go ahead and copy and paste your API key here. I don't want to disclose that because I don't want anyone kind of manipulating with it, but you would go ahead and paste it in here. Then here for endpoint, just leave it as is. For request parameters, click on the first, click in this search bar, and you can go ahead and select all of these just to have all of the data there. But if you want to kind of narrow down a bit more, I like circulating supply. We'll do CoinMarketCap rank, date added, market cap by total supply. And that should be about it. For me, that's what I want. But if you're unsure, just go ahead and select everything and it's going to pull in all the data for you, right? And you can get as granular as you want with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave as is. Okay. For the output setting, we want to set as the current sheet. So basically you want to make sure that you are operating in a fresh sheet. There should be nothing there. So in this case, I created a sheet called CoinMarketCap or CMC API data. In this sheet, this is where everything gets pasted into. So for the destination, I'm just going to set current and set your cell to A1, which is the default. Then you go ahead and name it. I would recommend doing this. So yeah, you can name it like CMC API data pool, and then click on run, and it'll automatically extract all of the data from CoinMarketCap here on the website and paste it here into this sheet. Okay, and I've already done that, which I'll show you. So I'm gonna get X out of here because I don't wanna create issues with it. And once you've established your connection, head back up to extensions, API connector, click on open. And then what we wanna do is set a schedule, okay? So click over here to schedule, create trigger. And then what we wanna do is set a time to refresh this data, right? Because we always want fresh data. We don't wanna be looking at, a year-old data or so. So leave as active. For API request name, you can do this for all of your different requests, or you can do it for a specific one. So I recommend naming it. So in this case, we're just gonna do all, or you could choose, a specific one. I prefer every hour, just gives me kind of the most updated info. You could also do less, like every 3 hours, 6 hours, etc. You can kind of see right here. We're gonna leave every hour. Run as any user, that's fine. And then trigger name, I like to do like CMC 1 hour data pool, right? So I know it's 1 hour. And I can go ahead and hit save. Now we've extracted all the data from CoinMarketCap, and then every hour it will update here on the sheet. Like I told you, the sheet that I give you for free in the description section should automatically do it on its own, so you don't have to go through these steps. But this is just for playback in case you want to do any kind of customization on your own. Now that we have all this data, we just want to filter by the most important data that we need for our index fund. So what I recommend doing is now creating your second tab in the spreadsheet and creating it, make it look a little bit nicer. The information that I like is number one, my investment type. So like every month, how much am I going to invest? And this could vary depending on the month. Next, I want the token name, symbol, price of the token, the market cap, whether I'm going to invest in it or not, which I'll show you in a second, the weight, and then allocation, depending on our investment. Okay. And as you can see here, we have a total breakdown. And as of today, this is the crypto coin market cap, and all the data in this table is pulled from our CMC API data tab. So as you can see, if I double click here under Bitcoin, you see that this equals, and I'll actually show you how to do it. So I hit equal sign, go to the CMC data tab, go to the data name or the token name, Bitcoin, hit enter. And then I can go ahead and drag down here, and it's gonna automatically drag everything as is. So if I, just to show you, deleted all of this is equal, let's go through here and then drag down. So you have this sheet pulling from CoinMarketCap, and then this sheet here pulling from that sheet, if that makes sense, just to make things a bit more organized. So we do that for token, same idea here for symbol, for price, and for market cap, okay? Then for the weight and the allocation, all we do here is for weight, as you can see by the formula, it basically takes this market cap divided by the sum of the total market cap together. And that gives us the percentage. So of this kind of index, Bitcoin makes up 45% by market cap. Ethereum makes up 21%. Tether makes up about 7%. And we can see that visually over here. And the specific fund that I've created can track up to 25 of the top cryptocurrencies by market cap, as you can kind of see here. So we have Bitcoin, and today all the way down to Toncoin, okay? And when investing or creating your own crypto index fund, for me personally, what I do is invest anywhere between the top 10 to top 20 cryptocurrencies by market cap. So another cool little feature of this spreadsheet is all of this data right here is all automated. What you'll input is, like I said before, your investment amount. So what I do is once a month, I take basically 10% of the cash flow that we generated from our businesses from the previous month. So let's say it's January, I'll take 10% of our cash flow from December, put that number in here. Let's say it's like, $2,000, whatever that number is, or 20, that's fine. Then based on that number, it'll automatically allocate. So of that $2,000, around $901 should go toward Bitcoin, $424 should go toward Ethereum, $148 should go toward Tether, and so on down the list. And obviously, this is pulled from the weight, 45% of 2,901, okay? And another cool kind of feature, and the reason I kind of track the top 25 cryptos instead of just the top 10 or 20 is for the following reason. You may have noticed that some of these prices are $1 and they're also highlighted in red. So these prices that are highlighted in red, for the most part, 99% of the time, they're going to be what's called a stable coin. A stable coin is a cryptocurrency that is always equal to almost exactly $1. Sometimes it's 99.99999 cents, right? But basically $1. So USDT, USDC or USD coin, DAI, all of these are stable coins. So why are they highlighted? For me in my index fund, let's say I have $2,000 to invest. Why do I want to exchange $148 for $148 worth of crypto that's always going to be worth $148? So basically, I turn my $148 into $148 forever. The purpose for me for an index fund is I want to invest in crypto and then that cryptocurrency to grow in price over time, like the value of that cryptocurrency to grow. This crypto will always be $1 no matter what. Bitcoin, hopefully, will get into $60,000, $500,000, right? That would be ideal, or even far, far beyond that. Let's get to $1 million, right? But these will always be $1. So because of that, what I like to do is automatically highlights here. I like to hit this check mark here where basically I uninvest. It shows that I don't want to invest in this in my index. So it's kind of like your index minus Tether, minus USDC, minus DAI. Also, in case there are any other cryptocurrencies that you don't want to invest in, maybe you just don't believe in it, or you think it's kind of a scam or whatever reason, right? You can unselect and then you can get the automatic recalculation. So if we go down here, let's just say, I'm not trying to diss anything, but let's say Dogecoin. We don't want to invest in these kind of meme coins. We don't think there's a lot of value here. And we think that the price is just going to continue to drop. We don't want it part of our index. So we can unselect and it'll automatically update here in the graph. And over here, we're going to invest $0 into Dogecoin. Same thing with Shiba Inu. Let's go ahead and do that. Love the dogs, not the coins. Okay, so there we go. And it re-updates. So now we have this month, we're going to invest $2,000. Here is our allocation, right? All done for you. Hope you find this valuable. And the next step is, okay, we know exactly what to invest in, but where do we go to invest? So the good news is there's some different options. And I've gone ahead and made a tab for you listing the top exchanges. So there are many, many crypto exchanges out there. I've done a lot of research and I've spent tens of thousands of dollars investing in cryptocurrency. And these are my personal top favorite exchanges. This will depend on if you're an American citizen, Brazilian, Russian, depending on the country that you're from, which exchange is best for you. But what you're looking for, two things. Number one, a high number of cryptocurrencies to purchase, right? If there's an exchange that only has 3 cryptocurrencies, let's say Bitcoin, Ethereum, and something else, that's not great for creating our own index fund. We want to have a lot of options. The second criteria, super, super important, and I show it here in the next tab under Portfolio Tracker, is expense ratio, okay? There's one guarantee when it comes to investing, and that is fees. You're always gonna have to pay fees, and you're never gonna get that money back. So what that means is, if you buy, let's say $1,000 worth of Bitcoin on Binance versus $1,000 worth of Bitcoin on Coinbase, you could actually end up buying less on Coinbase than Binance because Coinbase may have higher fees. Basically, when you're exchanging your US dollar for that cryptocurrency, the exchange can take a bigger percentage of your money and keep it, right? That's how they make money, or one of the ways. And it's a little bit more complicated than that, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have to pay fees, so you might as well pay the least amount of fees. So which one of these exchanges has the highest amount of cryptocurrencies available and has the lowest fees? Overall, for me as a US citizen, Binance.us, this is where I buy almost all of my crypto. If I find a cryptocurrency here that I can't buy, then I'll go to KuCoin and actually buy it there. You can kind of see down here, but these are my general top 5. Doesn't mean that you should go ahead and do it. I'm not recommending these, right? This is not financial advice. I'm simply listing the 5 that I found, and I'll add to this list. Actually, I think there's 6 here, but I'll update this list as time goes on as well. And you can add more yourself to this list. What I encourage you to do, diversify, right? You can create free accounts with all these exchanges, pretend like you're about to go buy $100 worth of Bitcoin from each of these exchanges, and look at the fees and look at the cryptos that are available. Because just because something's a great exchange right now doesn't mean it'll be a great place to exchange your fiat currency for cryptocurrency in the future. So just kind of keep that in mind. But this is a good list. And as a side note, as you can see, there's automatic links here. For some of these, I think you get a certain kind of promotion or some kind of like crypto or dollar amount if you use the link, because they are affiliate links. So I want to be, fully disclosure. These affiliate links help me to create this free content and these free templates that I do not charge any money for. So if you do find this valuable and you end up going with one of these exchanges, then I really appreciate you using one of the affiliate links here in the top exchanges tab, but it's totally up to you. Want to make sure this is valuable for you. So anyway, like I said, as US citizen, Binance US. If I wasn't a US citizen, I'd probably be using Binance, just the global, right? For everyone else who's not a non-US citizen, and KuCoin, but there's the other options as well. Okay, so now we know, okay, here's what to buy, how much to buy. Now we kind of know the place to buy. And the last step with our crypto index fund is to track everything. Super important. Yes, it takes a little bit of time to do and it's boring, but it's really important to do. So what I like to do is input. So every time I buy a different cryptocurrency, I'll put the token name here. I'll list whatever exchange that I ended up purchasing from. Keep in mind that if you add more exchanges to this list, this portfolio tracker tab will automatically update. Okay, so it's automatic for you. You don't need to do anything. So that's kind of nice. So what did we buy? Where did we buy it from? How much did we buy? And the fees. This is going to help you track your fees and know which exchange is giving you the best deal. This is why you can actually get lower fees than if you invest in kind of a traditional crypto index fund with some kind of ETF or another company. The fees could actually be 2% or even higher from what I found, where for me, my fees are below 0.7%, which is still a little bit high. But this year they should be much lower just because last year, well, it's a long story, but this year I want to keep it around 0.5% for my expense ratio, meaning let's say that we bought $998 worth of Bitcoin and our fees were $2. That means our expense ratio is 0.2%. Of everything that we put in there, $2 of that were fees. So we want to track that, where maybe on another exchange, it's $6, much higher, or $12. This is something that a lot of new crypto investors and even veteran crypto investors don't pay attention to. And it's so important. Again, this is one of the principles that's covered in A Random Walk Down Wall Street. I would highly encourage you to read that before investing a single dime in the stock market, bonds, real estate, crypto, whatever, because it's super, super important. And then lastly, we input the date. And this kind of just helps us keep track of everything for taxes, to see our portfolio grow. If we scroll all the way down to the bottom, we see that there's an automatic total that's given to us over time that we have. And a huge advantage to purchasing your own cryptocurrency versus having a fund buy it for you is that you control it. If I buy on any of these exchanges, I can buy on the exchange and then I can take it and put it wherever I want. For example, I could buy on Binance US and then transfer to Ledger, which is actually what I do. And the reason for this is because if a certain exchange or a fund goes bankrupt, do you have control over that currency? For example, in the past, Ali and I actually invested $10,000 worth of cryptocurrency through the Celsius network. So it was USD coin, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We bought it through Celsius. We thought we owned the cryptocurrency. But then when Celsius declared bankruptcy, we're like, oh, let's take out our crypto, obviously. We go to take it out. It's like, no, you can't, because I didn't own it. We owned it on paper, but not in reality. Here, by doing this on your own and buying on your own, you have control. So what I like to do is, I'm still a little bit skeptical. I feel, anything could happen with any of these exchanges. So I like to put it onto a hard wallet like Ledger here. And the reason for that is then, in my view, it's much more protected. If I left all my money on Binance and Binance went bankrupt, would I lose it all? So here it's protected kind of on my drive. Now, hopefully I don't lose it, but I can still access it digitally as well. So it's much more secure in my view doing this. But the reality is you don't have to do this. You can do whatever you want. That's one of the benefits. And when you buy crypto on sites like Binance, you also have the option of staking your cryptocurrency, where basically you can earn interest on the crypto that you already bought and get additional return. I'm not suggesting to do this or not do this. Bottom line is, by buying your own crypto, you have more control. And for me, that's what I want. I don't want to give my control to another fund or company. And like I said, you can find a link to this in the description section below. Once you click on the link, go up to File, click on Make a Copy to make your very own copy to do whatever you'd like with it. And if you found this video valuable, then you'll definitely like this video here on the screen. And as always, thank you so much for watching and your support. God bless, and look forward to seeing you in the next one.